Beep up, beep boo. Still setting up. Right. Let me get my window capture as well. There you go. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another writing stream. Tell me if the background music is a bit too loud or maybe too small. I don't know. Actually, let me double check something real quick. So I'm just double checking if the lo-fi music is actually non-copyrighted because I actually did get that for my first two streams. Um, well, it's no big deal. It's like it's copyrighted, but like it doesn't really affect any of my content. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me anyway because I'm not remonetized or anything like that. But you know what? Just making sure. I think this is one of the ones that got copyrighted actually. Uh, I don't know, but I really like this. I really like the one I have right now, so I don't know. You know, maybe I'll try looking at another one. Uh, right, give me a second. Whoop. Right, I'm using a different one today from a different YouTuber because it seems like the copyrighted ones like all came from like the same YouTuber, I believe. So just change the different source of music and see how that one goes. Again, doesn't really affect my streams that much, but you know, just in case. Right, so today I'm still continuing chapter 2, roughly 4 pages left. Um, I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit tired today. Probably just because I just finished dinner. I might need my leucosine. And it's like fine, it's somewhere in my bag. Ugh. Ha, orange taste. I wouldn't say I get it to feel it, but like it just like kind of like a placebo. I do feel more energized after drinking it, even though some people told me that like Lucozade isn't actually that effective, but I don't know. I quite like it. Not sponsored, by the way. Right, the music is a little bit too loud for me, so let me put it down on my side. Right, so let us continue. Right, I'm just trying to remind myself where I was last time. Oh yeah, so actually today I just finished recording one of the scripts for an upcoming video. So hopefully I can get that out maybe like by the end of this week. It shouldn't take too long anyway. It's mainly just seeing if I'm lazy or not really. Usually I am, let's be honest. I mean, or else I wouldn't be like releasing like one video each month on average or something like that. I mean, just like there are a lot of things that I just want to do in my life. So it's like sometimes I just feel like, yeah, making video doesn't seem too. I don't feel like making a video right now, and then just finish the script and just like won't do anything about it. Or sometimes I'll be like, oh yeah, I really want to make a video right now. It's like just like kind of my mood just swings between those two. Like there's no in between, literally, unless it's a video that like I kind of promise others to make, like which is why like I am really keen to like kind of get all the gameplay videos out from like the tournaments and everything like that. Because they promise everyone that like it will be out on my channel. I will kind of polish it out a little bit and make it a bit nicer to look at. And then I'll put it out on YouTube, leave as a record of like the tournament. Those ones like I swear, like I do make them and I do edit them. I do try to make them well, good enough to be shown on the internet. But like other than that, it's just like some kinds of videos that like practically by my own passion. Then usually I'm just like, I don't really want to do it now. But yeah, now that I've written the script, I I recorded as well. So now it just the editing left, and then I'll get it out. I mean, fortunately, I do have my new laptop, so like everything should work a bit faster now. Because like most of the time, another thing that I really don't like about editing was like because I was using my MacBook Air. So like whenever I just try to use the editing software, it just kind of lags like every second, and it was really hard for me to do any kinds of editing. Hmm. Which I need the toilet. I forgot to go to the toilet before the stream. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry guys, I am back. By the way, have any one of you watched my Minecraft stream yesterday? What do you think? Like either the live or like the VOD, I don't really mind which one. Um, well, obviously there wasn't too many people because I didn't really share too much either. It's more like I didn't know where to share. It was kind of an awkward time for some people, I think. But like if you did watch it, I hope you did like it. And I will continue it next Sunday for the streaming as well. Just going to build like a kind of like a candle tower, they call it. It's like one of the Nessus cards. So yeah, already got like some plannings done, so like hopefully it'll be fun and quick to like build the whole thing as well. But I suppose for now, let's just continue the story first. Right, so I'm just trying again, like most of the time what I'm struggling really is like just like how to like connect to the next part. It's like it's easy when you like think about the plot points like okay, this gonna happen in point A, that gonna happen in point B. It's easy enough to think about that. The hardest part is actually to connect them. And then like this is also like I think kind of like parts where like when things start to make sense or don't make sense for you. You know, like you maybe thought that like, oh yeah, point B is actually quite an interesting idea, but then like you realize it actually doesn't really make sense if you try to connect it with point A. So yeah, like connecting between storylines, I think is one of the most difficult part in terms of writing stories. I mean, I suppose you can argue that if you thought about everything beforehand, then like it's nothing hard. But again, I'm just an amateur, and kind of my way of writing is just like just writing bit by bit, and then I'll go back and see if everything makes sense at the end. How do you use the word glossary? I actually never knew. So it has to be food. Okay. Is there any word for like general items maybe? Supplies? No, not really. Sustenance. Still remember, I mean, I've been talking about this to a lot of my friends quite a lot of times, but so I was staying at Theo's place, Theo from Tea Time Gaming, and then well, it's his place, so he's usually the one who does the cooking, and then so one day he was he put the rice in the rice cooker, wait for half an hour. And during that time, he just went back to bed and then just like start having a nap. And then like the rice cooker make a ding, it's kind of like a beep ping sound. I can't remember, but like either way, it's to indicate that the rice is done. And then he woke up from his nap. He slowly sat up, raising his head with a very genuine smile on his face. As he said really calmly, "It is time we consume." I don't know. I think that was pretty funny. I don't know about you guys. I feel it's just really good at making just like deadpan jokes. Like it's really great at like catching the moment and just like kind of blurt out something randomly. Like that's what makes them funny. But like obviously the downside is like if the other person didn't catch that, then it just kind of becomes like quite an awkward moment. Oh yeah, of course. I didn't share today's stream on any of my social media. I forgot about that. Oops. I am still learning how to be a content creator, and I wouldn't say it's hard. This is like barely anything, but like just kind of uh it's just like the problem of like trying to get used to the life. Just like trying to advertise it, share your link, talk to people about it, and while not sounding too pushy about it, stuff like that. It's nothing crazy, obviously. Like it's not like I'm actually doing this as a job or anything like that. Uh, but yeah, I am trying to get used to it. Like it's like I'm not really a social media person kind of thing. So like it never comes to my mind immediately, when like, I start something, it's like, oh my God, I have to share this, kind of, I need to find the right audience, I need to find the right time to make this video, do this streaming and everything like that. It's like, when you actually try to get into it semi-seriously, like even then, even with just semi-seriously, like there are kind of a lot of things that you have to think about, and um like it just makes me admire, the actual streamers who kind of like, who are monetized, who are actually earning from streaming and everything like that. I really admire them, like having like such a precise timetable, like such a precise schedule, and then like they're just like mostly on time with most of their things. I mean, I can't say for everyone, and it's not like I watch other people's streams that often. I actually barely watch any streams. Like you will see me subscribing to all the VTubers on YouTube, but then like I just barely watch any of their streams. Usually when I have a free time, I just watch anime instead of like just trying to watch other people doing other stuff. Um, but like even then, I do notice like kind of how they have a very rigid schedule, and then they really, kind of like abide to their schedule uh, really precisely, and then they plan ahead, a week or two later, they know what they're doing and everything like that, just kind of I really like admire them for like, being able to just like do so many stuff, I guess. Like people say, some people think that like making videos, streaming is very easy because like, it can literally, but like people can literally just be like me right now, I'm not even doing anything exciting. I just kind of have like a Google Doc page open and I just start talking. I'm supposed to write. I'm not even writing right now, Lamau. But like, and then like some people can literally get money from doing that. Like obviously, I think one part is because they're very charismatic. They know what they're talking about. They know what their audience wants to hear. But like, you gotta understand, I don't have that skill. So like for people who have that skill, like you gotta admit they probably like put quite a lot of time, even if it's subconsciously, into like kind of polishing that skill so that they'll be able to make any boring stream exciting to hear, exciting to watch. It's I don't really think content creation is that easy. It's really not. But like some people just think that way, especially like kind of the older generations. Like my uncle who's like already like 50 something. He kept whenever we met, he always told me like, oh yeah, your generation, you play games, right? Just play some games, stream some games, you earn money from it. And then I was like, it's not that easy. It's really not. Like there are hundreds, thousands of people you know, streaming their own gameplay videos, on YouTube, on Twitch, and everything like that. And how many of them are actually earning money? Like how many of them have you actually heard about? Not a lot, right? So like, there is like kind of like whenever we see like famous YouTubers, famous Twitch streamers, you know, they are just like, the tip of the iceberg. Below them, you got a lot of the other streamers who are still waiting to be discovered, who have failed, and maybe, but like maybe they persist, or those who literally just failed and give up, you know. I think content creation in general is also a very competitive environment. I mean, I literally do writing. Like, let's not talk about YouTube. Like, I literally just want to do writing, everything like that. Even in terms of writing books and anything, it's really not that easy. You're kind of trying to make your things exciting. You need to make your ideas exciting, and like you kind of polish them well to make them presentable. I think like writing, drawing, and making music, streaming, like all of these things, I think they have very similar aspects. You kind of like look at them in similar ways. You kind of act on them in similar ways. Maybe like that's why I decided to pick up streaming, just because I feel that it is very similar to writing, which is what I eventually wanted to become my job. I mean writing, like hopefully a fiction, but I suppose I'm fine with any kind of writing job at the moment. I can't be too picky right now. Mm, Ricochet is actually quite tasty. I'm not a very sugary person, but recently I realized that I'm starting to get really tired when I wake up, even though I have like 9 hours, 10 hours of sleep. Yeah, and I wake up naturally. I'm not even forced to wake up by an alarm or something like that. But I just get really tired for no reasons. And so I figured that I might be low on sugar. And because like I'm not someone who takes in a lot of sugar. Like I don't eat sweets. I don't have any snacks at home. My so-called snacks are literally just bread, maybe a bit of fruits, usually bananas or apples. So it's not a lot of sugar in my life. That sounds very depressing, but I mean sugar in a literal term. So yeah, and then I started drinking Lucozade when I feel like I kind of need the energy to go through something. And so yeah, like I never told you guys, but whenever I stream and anything like that, I actually have like a bottle of Lucozade right beside me. I would like some people will recommend, like my friends recommended me like monsters and Red Bulls, things like that. But like I don't like them. I think they might be too strong for me. Like I think Lucozade like literally just enough for me to do the stuff right now, and then still being able to sleep later. But like, if I drink like Monster or Red Bull, I don't think I'll be able to sleep. Literally, I'm the kind of person who would actually stay awake by drinking milk tea. Maybe not now because I mean I am getting old. Well, I say I'm getting old, but I'm only like 24 this year. But like but yeah, it kind of like my physical body just like start to become more and more like an old man, and then like drinking milk tea is no longer enough to keep me awake. Um, when I say keep me awake, I mean like literally drinking milk tea at 7 a.m. in the morning, and I could stay awake until like 5 a.m. at night. I'm not even joking. That's actually happened once when I went to Taiwan to visit my friends. Um, so yeah. So today, well, in this time and age, Lucasade is my friend. Hi, Venti. Hmm. Oh yeah, it's not like I have a lot of chatting going around in my chat room, but I should probably set up what do you call it? Like kind of link the chat room to like my screen so that you can see the chat live on stream on screen as well. I need to figure out how to do that. I'm really not good at technical stuff. I thought it would have been like an inherent function on OBS, but apparently it's not. So kind of there's other things that I have to download and just kind of read the tutorials and everything like that, I guess. Oh, I quite like the lo-fi music right now. The piano sounds really nice. I'm still here. I'm just spending my time just trying to calm, gather my mind, I guess. Oh, you'll get home just fine. Hmm. Interesting. No, so football was actually banned in England back in the days. Was it back in the days, like literally 14th century? I'm just like looking up some random things, like, cause while I was writing, just thought, it sounds like a little detail that I need to take care of. Interesting. Medieval football. I am getting distracted. Hmm. Give me a second. I think there's some problem with YouTube right now. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Mm-hmm. Okay. Damn. feel really tired. Don't know why. No, I do not speak Italian. And hello there, Chris. I can do a bit of Spanish, but I would need like a dictionary to do so. And thank you for the subscription. I just saw the message pop up on my laptop. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen you in the venues before, but yeah, I also like know a bunch of like Italian players, and they're all very lovely people. Last time I went to the Milan Grand Tour, and then it just kind of joining the meal with all the Italians. uh, I know you from a fanfare. Oh, like I feel like I know who you're talking about, but like for the sake of privacy, I'm not gonna mention his name on the stream. Mm. But yes, thanks for coming along. It's as you can see, it's not something very interesting. Well, I was especially today. I'm feeling a little bit tired, but like so like just kind of very slow on the progress and everything like that. Um, but yeah, so basically, well, to be fair, I mainly turn on my writing stream, not really because I want to stream or anything like that. It's more so for myself, I kind of try to make myself um do some actual writing, knowing that someone is watching, or at least potentially watching. Especially since I keep the archive on my channel as well. So I know that like whatever I write, or whatever I do, as long as I'm streaming, I know someone's gonna watch it, and it just kind of gets me to keep writing because, you know, I started something. As you can see, it's chapter 2. I just start chapter 1, and this whole, yeah, this whole, I guess you can say project, uh, actually started like a year ago. So you could see like how much I procrastinated. And yeah, so I figured like, you know what? I'm doing this anyway. I might as well try streaming it. I don't know, be interesting or anything like that, but like, at the very least, I can treat it just like kind of like a chill and chat stream kind of thing. Um. So yeah. That reminds me, I still have to build some decks later. Like my friends want to do some testing on like some of the Set 5 decks, but I've still been too lazy to build them. Mainly because I don't have the X rares. Like I have like a master set of like everything, just not the X rares. Like most of them, like a lot of them, I feel like pretty expensive. I mean, I can still make the decks. It's just that I will have to make some proxies, which like I don't know, like I don't mind the idea of proxies, but like it feels kind of bad, you know. It feels like my deck is incomplete, you know. I I mean I already been using a proxy for Ice Shield because obviously I only have 4 copies, well 5 copies actually, so I cannot just like keep switching the Ice Shield between my decks. Uh, but yeah, like the other cards, especially since I don't have a printer, so the way I do proxy is literally it's literally just write down the card name on like a piece of paper and just like slip it into the sleeve. And like I don't know, it just feels weird playing it that way. But like if my friend wanna do some testing, then I guess this is what I have to do. Yeah, he's been messaging us, as in like me and like some other mutual friends, like on Discord all the time. Just like test. Are you free today? You want to test anytime? Test. You know, anyone here? Oh yeah, don't worry. I don't mind about what others think. I just feel it is weird myself. It feels my deck is incomplete, even though like technically it's functional. You know. Alright, let's check out some words. Is my mouse working? Yes, it is. This is what you do as a writer. You just Google up synonyms and definitions of words. Oh god, I feel so stupid doing all this. But this is kind of what you do. This is kind of like, you know, how we try to learn some more words, I guess. Adverb as in short. Okay. Yeah, so for how my writing stream works is that or at least what I'm planning to do is basically I kind of whenever I finish whenever I finish a chapter I will read it out. So like during my first stream I actually read out my chapter 1 because I already finished that before I started the stream. And then when I'm finished chapter 2, I would like just like kind of go through it once at least off stream, and then like maybe like the next stream, and then I'll try reading it out. So like, yeah, if you're interested in chapter 1, just like check back the first stream on my channel, and then like obviously you don't have to like join me on every stream just to like, you know, kind of know my progress and everything like that. You know, I would label my streams like maybe like before and after streaming. I always kind of change the name of like the streams so that you kind of know which one to look through. So like when I reach chapter 2, I will kind of tell everyone about it. Oh yeah, but yeah, if like, well, yeah, if the title isn't obvious enough, this is like a fanfiction on Battle Spirits and Saga. I say it that way because it's like kind of like a mini crossover kind of thing. But it is not about playing cards, but rather I am using the in-law world of Battle Spirits Saga and using like kind of cards as like characters themselves. And I kind of trying to write a story out of that. I've said it before, but it is not a good idea to write about card battles in words because that is not going to work for various reasons. And like, I mean, if you feel ambitious, you feel like, oh yeah, it's fine. I can try writing a card battle as a book. Go ahead. But I can guarantee you, once you try it, you will understand why I would tell you not to do that. There were so many people who were into battle spirits, and then they tried writing fan fictions by writing about card battles. They never work out. They never work out. I witnessed them myself. Yeah, so like my way of writing fan fiction is really just using the characters for like another kind of story, like a very like kind of like a simplistic kind of fantasy story kind of thing. Yeah, I thought about that. Yeah, for now it's just gonna be on YouTube just because uh what was it? Just because sorry, I'm pretty tired today, so that my words just like get cut out quite frequently in my mind. And just because like I would go back to the chapters once I'm actually finished the whole thing. As in like at least like well quote unquote volume 1. Because I do have volume 2 and potentially volume 3 planned out as well. So yeah, I'm not very keen on like just like publishing them onto the net immediately. Because like I feel it's not good enough. Like obviously, as the creator myself, I would always feel it's not good enough. But I think like at this moment, it's like a lot of the things are still very rough. And then like depending on like what I'm going to write in the future as well. It's like in the later chapters, I might also have to change things in the previous chapters. Might have to change some settings. I might have to, change a character name for like some future plot reasons. There can be a lot of reasons why I will have to change some major points from like the previous chapters. And so like especially since right now I'm still only on chapter 2 and like I don't know how I'm gonna end up with the story. So like I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I finished chapter 1 now. I'm gonna publish it right now on Wattpad on AO3, it just doesn't feel right. I used to be like that in high school. I do have an account on Wattpad. I mean, if you look up Battle Spirits, you can probably find me there. They were disastrous. That's all I would say. I mean, now that I look back, you can probably read them like some kind of comedy. But like, if you try to read them seriously, you would literally get a stroke from reading it. Because it was so bad. Like, I didn't give any thoughts on my own writings. And then I just wrote a whole mess out. Like, 30-something pages of just a bunch of mess. Saustress? Is that like a website? Or is that like Italian for sauce? Wait, let me look at Sorceress? What is that? Yeah. Yeah, sorry, what does that mean? Uh, oh, right. No, no. I was just saying. Oh, right. No, I said disastrous. So, like, obviously, like, I don't know how good your English level is. Like, I'm not going to judge, but like, this is the word that I was talking about. Disastrous, tended by or causing suffering or disaster. Ah. But yeah, like, I do tend to slur when I'm talking, so sometimes I suppose it can be pretty hard to understand. But like that's usually because I'm feeling lazy. Um, uh, yeah, when I feel lazy, like my words start to blur or like slur actually. Um, but I can guarantee you, I do speak normally most of the time. Most of the time, my mom did complain that I was never clear enough with my words. Yes. Okay, look, they may be right, but they don't have to be correct. So I have completed today's quota. So it's just like writing one page. But since we only been like just like over an hour, usually I try to keep my stream like at least 2 hours long. So maybe I'll just try to continue with another page and see how that goes. Yeah, I feel like just in chapter 2 already, everything that starts to get a little bit messy. I think one reason is because like I'm actually forcing myself to write here. So like a lot of the ideas are not very solid. Like all the dialogues and everything, if just feels like I'm just throwing random things in there. Um, but I suppose that's how the first draft is for everyone. So like I'm not gonna mind about it too much. I will look through it once I'm actually done with it. Like actually done with the chapter. Give me a second. Someone's knocking on the door. I'll be right back. What do you mean thoughts on mangakas? I mean, I think they're amazing. Like mangas are amazing, and like, well, to be fair, not just mangas, but like kind of Western comics as well. Just like kind of like comics as an art in general. I think they're really amazing, and like, um, it's like a different kind of amazement than like what making paintings, stuff like that. Because like you are using like kind of different field of skills, even though it's all about drawing. Especially since also you got mangakas who also plan the whole story themselves, and the stories also last for like years. So it's things that you have to plan really far ahead. For example, like the author of Attack on Titan. I can't remember his name, but he I think he was really amazing. Like he started Attack on Titan, and then by the time he tried to finish it, like the last few chapters, which you gotta remember is it was like 6 or 7 years later after his first chapter, and then he managed to reference something back to chapter one, and then when then like readers realize, wow, like in chapter one there's actually some like hidden Easter egg that like no one would have understand until the chapter that's like 7 years later. So like you could see like how some people are able to really plan so far ahead with kind of the story writing, you know, and everything like that. And like you gotta remember, like besides just planning the stories, they are also drawing at the same time. And like I say, like manga has like or I mean like comic in general has like a different skill than like other kind of arts. It's because uh, it's because like you also gotta kind of measure the kind of the spaces you have. You gotta know kind of like how big the manga panel is gonna be. You gotta know in which parts you gotta make like a certain character or a certain scene to stand out. Most of the mangas are serialized like every week or every month on like some Japanese magazines that are supposedly they're like kind of collectively publish all kinds of manga together. So you also have like the limited space of like, okay, so this week I have this many pages that I can use, and they kind of had to fit in kind of the story that they have within these limited pages, which like you don't often get from writing, because like writing is obviously most of the time it's more of like, okay, here's something I wrote, so now I find a publisher that actually wants to publish my book. So like writing novels in general is like the other way around, because like writing novels, like just write whatever you think of, and then kind of the publishers, the editors kind of adapt to your to your thoughts, to your um kind of like schedule and everything like that. But like mangakas are like the other way around. They had to adapt to the schedule of the publishers. They had to adapt to like the limited resources they have from like the magazines. So like I do find them really amazing. Oh yes, like the immortal Rhino who just never dies. Probably the author's favorite character as well. And uh, if I mean, do I actually have a favorite character in Attack on Titan? Mm, to be fair, not really. I mean, arguably maybe Historia, but like when I just like watch anime or just like read books in general and everything like that, sometimes I don't have a favorite character. Like I kind of enjoy the source as it is. I kind of enjoy a story because of its story. But like when a story is good, it doesn't necessarily mean because like there's a character who stands out who like I kind of really want to follow. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is what happens most of the time when reading a story, you're watching an anime. Like because there's a favorite character in it. Like there's a character that you like in the show, in the series. So like that's why you keep following it. But like it's not always the case, and I think Attack on Titan is one of them for me. Like I literally cannot think of anyone who I actually like really like in Attack on Titan. I literally just found the story really amazing, and like that's why I like it. But yeah, used to think I actually used to want to be an illustrator. Like before I decided I wanted to try writing books, because I don't know, I just like drawing, and like I've been drawing for a really long time. Like back in like 6 years old, my mom would bring me to art classes to draw, and then kind of in high school I also took kind of the course for art, like because like in secondary school we have to choose specific subjects to continue our school life, and art was one of the subjects that I chose. But then like maybe I was too naive, or maybe like I just like wasn't smart enough to kind of like understand kind of like the logic behind drawings and everything like that. But like even with all the art classes I took, I could never draw well when it comes to like anime drawing. Like I can do paintings. Like granted, I wouldn't say I'm really good at it, but like at the very least, if you ask me to do a painting, I can still remember the basics. And but when it comes to anime drawings, like again, this is actually another thing that I really admire the mangakas, is that like they are really accurate in kind of like human proportions, like kind of body proportions and things like that. And like unironically, this is actually one of the reasons why I read. Like I'm not gonna say the word out on YouTube, but I actually do like to read the R18 manga. You get what I mean? Like, quote unquote materials. Simply because like some of them are actually drawn really well. And it's especially when a character is naked. That is when it's the hardest to draw. Because like when you put clothes on characters and things like that, you can actually cover up the flaws that you have with clothes to some degree. Like, maybe like you just somehow you don't know how to draw the torso in like, the right shape, or maybe, the chest area, maybe like you don't know how to make it feels more natural. But then like if you're drawing a clothes character, you can just put a really big hoodie on them. And like to a degree, you can like just like cover up those flaws that you have. But if when you're actually drawing a naked body, you are forced to make everything accurate, so that it is pleasant to the reader's eyes, so that it looks natural. And so like unironically, I actually do like reading those stuff just because like, sometimes when you manage to find a good one, they are actually really good, even just like in terms of being art. For pizza with a big N. Yeah, it came back. Do you know that? It came back. Like nothing happened. It just came back like nothing happened. Uh and then yeah, so like actually one advice that I have if you're doing anime art is that like you can actually find like obviously granted you need to find a good artist. But like, if you find a good artist, it's actually really good for you to reference their R18 mangas and arts, because like most of the time those are like kind of like the best references that you can get, literally like exactly because the characters are naked. Who's my favorite mangaka artist? Oh, good question. I should never thought of that. I mean, I say I read manga, but like to be honest, I don't really read a lot. But like at least most recently, I suppose like the one that I actually really like is the artist for Oshinoko. I can't remember. I can't remember their name. Who is it? Illustrated by Mango Yokoyari. Yeah, yeah. I think like Oshinoko is like really beautiful. Ooh, did she draw Scumswish? Did they draw Scumswish as well? Oh my god, I didn't know that. I heard that Scumswish is like pretty good, maybe like average, but at the very least, like kind of the topic quite interests me quite a bit. So like I might save that on my list. Oh my god, we are looking at some really interesting titles here. I am not going to translate that. But yeah, Mango Yokoyari, probably like one of my favorite artists recently. Um, Tita Kubo. Okay, interesting. Or Taito Kubo. Okay. Style. Heavy focus on actions, swift cuts and dramatic angle changes between panels. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know what's going on upstairs. But yeah, okay, yeah, here's another thing. Like, angle changes and everything like that. Like when you're doing a painting, you always kind of focus on the same thing. Um like I don't know how to explain this, but like when you're doing a painting, it's a still image. You know what you're doing and you're gonna work on it for hours. But with manga and comics, you have to, because like you are drawing so many scenes, you kind of like if you're skilled enough, you have to kind of draw all kinds of scenes and angles in like literally every chapter. And I think that is something really hard to do. So like again, that's like one reason like why I really love like manga artists. I mean, I would say I love comic artists as well, but then like I actually don't read Western comics, so like, I can't say too much about them. But I figure it's like, it's gonna be about the same kind of like idea, Um, oh my god, he's actually influenced by Gegege no Kitaro. Oh wow. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Gegege no Kitaro is classic. I love this series so much. Like Gegege no Kitaro is actually how I got into kind of it's kind of like my beginning on like Japanese culture. Just because I really love the topics of like kind of supernatural phenomenons and everything like that. And Gegege no Kitaro is about yokais in Japan. Just it's like what do you call it? A glossary of yokais and encyclopedia. There we go. And that's encyclopedia of like yokais, and like I love it so much. To be simply that of Mr. Keys. I see. I see. What is going on upstairs? I do not know. They were just like, I think they dropped something upstairs in like the kitchen or something like that. Yeah, very interesting. Oh, I mean, to be fair, I also know another artist that I would really like. I can't remember how to spell her name. Let me try to find it. There we go. Ida Pochi. In terms of anime, she is the most famous for this one. I don't know if you've seen it before. You probably did. Even in terms of memes. Yeah, so this artist actually drew for this anime. Well, the illustrations for the novel originally, but then I think she also became like kind of like a part of the cast. Like one of the staff members. Original character design. There we go. Yeah, and then published manga. I'm not gonna click into it, but if you can recognize it, then you recognize it. Yes, yes, ala mami, yes. Yeah, but like I think her art are actually like just pretty amazing in general. She is also the yeah, here we go. It says it here. She is also the character design for Afolia Lane from Hololive, a VTuber. So yeah, so like, and she has a really interesting personality because like she's also a VTuber herself right now, and like she does drawing streams and everything like that, and then like she is also she seems to be really passionate at her jobs, and like I kind of again I admire that. So yeah, I really like Poche Ida as well. Whole life Indonesia, yeah. Search Yoruichi from Bleach. It better not be something. I knew you were going to bait me into something. I mean, okay. I mean, I've seen her before. I just never knew her name. Yeah, yeah, I can see on the right why you want me to search that up. My Oshi's Fuwa Mokoko. Ooh, Oshi. As I mentioned previously, I don't actually watch streams that much. So like I technically don't really have an Oshi. But like in terms of music, my most favorite person in Hololive is Hoshimashi Suisei. And then the second one would be Calliope Mori. I just really like her rapping as much as some people saying that like her songs are not that good. But like I think they're decent. Like Mori's songs are pretty decent. Oh my god, especially like her recent song, like Go Getters, for like the ending song of the Suicide Squad going to the Isekai. Yeah, I think Mori's songs are amazing. I actually tried practicing some rapping because of Molly. Like I just think she's an amazing person. Like at the very least, I think her lyrics, some of her lyrics are done really well. Like especially for like kind of the emotional songs. Marley as songs and visuals. True. Yeah, Marley is good as well. Like Hololive is just like bunch of, like literal bunch of talents. Like it's actually amazing how Hololive can like find such people. Um, yeah, Marley is amazing as well. Like I do like her. Um, but I think I would prefer when she sings covers, just because like I mean her original songs are really amazing. But kind of the theme is not to my taste, because I think she sometimes she's leaning too much towards being, you know, kind of the sexy pirate kind of theme in her songs, if you get what I mean. So I'm actually not too interested in kind of her original songs, but like there was actually one that she released before that I actually really like. I can't remember if there was an original song or a cover, but you know how she did a song with Gura, which is like in like the Japanese hip hop style. Um, like that one, I really like it. I really like that song. Uh, Kanata as well. Yeah, Kanata. Kanata is really good. Like, oh my god, like she did a cover on like, again, I can't remember the song name, but like she did a cover on kind of like supposed to be like a duet song, and then she literally sang both the high notes and the low notes. So it literally sounds like a guy and a girl singing together. Like you wouldn't, like if I just let you listen to the song and I don't tell you who was singing it, you would have thought that that was two people singing the song. But like no, it's literally just Kanata herself. I was like, Jesus Christ, you can do that, you know? Yeah. Right. Let me continue with this. It's almost 6 a.m. No, no. I am sitting in the United Kingdom right now, so it's actually almost 10 p.m. for me. Yes, I'm Chinese, but I am not in Asia right now. What? Just thinking how to continue here. Sounds fun in the UK. No, no, no. It's not fun here at all. It's not fun here at all. Don't ever come here, even if you want to come here as a tourist. No, it is not fun over here. Oh yeah, well yeah, in case you don't understand, I live in the UK right now. It is not fun. There is nothing to do here. I can tell you that much. I mean, if you like museums, sure. But even then, you're gonna run out of interest pretty soon when you stay in the UK. Transport is really expensive as well. So yeah, and then the weather is simply miserable. No, 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 no. It's not. I don't mean it like it's dangerous. I just mean it as like it's really boring over here. And why? Like, I'm sorry to anyone who is listening to this, but Chris, why would you assume that I was talking about Muslims? They did nothing wrong, okay? All right, no, I understand. No, I said miserable, not Muslims. and uh, and well, I mean, there are we did have some incidents with about people being stabbed and everything like that, but it's not a common thing over here. At least I don't think so. Well, relatively when comparing with the other countries anyway. Like the UK is actually pretty safe. Obviously it kind of depends on where you're staying, but I think in most places it is relatively safe. But yeah, what I mean is just like the place is just boring. I mean, I suppose it depends on your interests. Like if you really like kind of like national parks, you know, kind of natural sceneries, then the UK is actually it's actually pretty nice. Like if you go hiking on like Brecon Beacons or like the Lake District, somewhere in Wales, somewhere in Scotland, they have some excellent view from the mountains. But at the end, it just like feels, there's nothing really much you could do here, if that makes sense. I mean, I'm totally sounding like a Gen Alpha right now, but like, I do need some kind of other activities. Okay, I do like hiking. I do go to hikings. I do camps. Like I do some camping as well. But like I cannot always just be hiking and looking at mountains. Like that is not the only thing I do. But unfortunately, it seems like in the UK that is the only thing you can do. I can tell you one thing, I prefer the weather in Wolverhampton while I was there for the Grand Open. Greece is like hell during the summer, Wolverhampton was cold, and most importantly, not a single insect in sight, not a single pet. I mean, you're not wrong, you're not... And yeah, also welcome as Naktax. I mean, you... Yeah, I mean... Well, okay, look. One reason is always because you were there just as a tourist. But if you start living in the UK, you realize that like some kinds of other bugs that can kind of annoy you as well. Um, well, I'm sorry if any of you is eating listening to this, but there was this one time I didn't clean my bin well enough, and then yeah, that was summer as well. And no vitamin D. Yeah, true. There is no vitamin D. There's no vitamin D over here. Oh my god. Like today I went out, it was practically gray the whole day. And it was also raining when I was visiting my friend. I didn't bring my umbrella. Um like for some places it's kind of still considered summer right now. But like literally in the UK, right? Like I can tell you right now, it says on my laptop, it's 11 Celsius degree in September. Why is it so freaking cold? I do not understand. Like, okay, don't throw at me the the geography, logic, or anything like that. Okay, I just want to complain. It is freaking cold here, and I hate it. Oh, I can say with certain Wolverhampton had absolutely nothing. I had to walk 20 to 30 minutes to find a restaurant. I mean, to be fair, Wolverhampton is like the worst of the worst. Like, I've been living in the UK for almost 10 years, and I've been quite a lot of cities in the UK. Wolverhampton was so bad. 11 degrees Celsius, paradise. I mean, I suppose if you're a cold person, maybe, but like I'm like a hot person. Like, I actually prefer to be suffering at 30 degrees Celsius than shivering at like -1 degree. Like I hate that. I hate that. I don't. Well, okay, I don't hate that, but I do not like that either. I definitely do not like that. Yeah, yeah. Summer is the nightmare for me because I get much hotter than most of the people I know. I mean, I kind of understand that because my mom is like that. Like, her body is just like warm most of the time. So, like, she really dislikes the summer. And, like, we're from Hong Kong. Um, yeah. So, like, during summer, it's like, it's just like really humid. And, like my mom just like hate that. And so, like, practically when she has a chance, she like, I mean, obviously partly it's because so that she could see me and my little brother were both living in the UK. But like I feel like a lot of the time she comes to the UK to visit us just so that she could cool down from like the tropical city as well. Yeah, even with ACs a hell. I mean, to me, it is pretty hellish. Like personally, I do not like air conditioners, uh, because I don't, cause like I suppose you can say I'm pretty sensitive to air conditioning. Like I just feel uncomfortable in the air conditioning. Like most of the time I'm fine. Like I can walk in the shopping mall with air conditioning just fine. But like what I mean is that like how like people would sleep with their air conditioner on. Even during summer, I do not sleep with them on. Like I do not like having air conditioner on the whole time. Every time summer comes, my home gets super dirty because I just don't feel like doing anything due to how hot I feel. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I suppose the UK would be I suppose the UK would be perfect for you. Like literally during summer here, I cannot remember how many days we actually went over 30 Celsius degree. Like it's a little bit of exaggeration, but like our summer was really short. It's like I told my friend, if it wasn't for the fact that there's nothing here, this would be home for me. I understand. I understand completely. I mean, depends on what you like. I think if you try really hard, you can still probably find a suitable place to live in the UK. Probably mostly in London, to be fair, because like most of the time London kind of has everything that you want. Um, I live very up north, almost on the border of Scotland. So like and I'm already living in like quite a populated city, but even then, like there is like barely anything here. I feel, Um, but again, it's also partly because like my interest is just like not common in the UK at all. Like, well, as you will guess, I am very into trading card games. You know, the reason why this channel is even here. Uh, but I do not limit myself to only kind of like games that are in English. You know, like Battlesphere Saga. You know, I also play White Swords. I tried Vanguard before. You know, I also know how to play Wicross, you know, and then Grand Archive as well. You know, there are lots of like so-called English trading card games that I also play. Pokemon as well, actually. Pokemon is a big one. Um, but like there are also a lot of really kind of like obscure Japanese trading card games that I also want to play. But like you will not be able to find anyone to play with you with those card games. Simply because either because no one can read Japanese, or you know, it's just very hard to get the cards over here because, well, apparently the card game culture is just not a thing in Europe. So yeah, so that's one reason why I find the UK really boring, because like in terms of my interest, it's just like not suitable for me. The other thing is because of arcade. So I am a massive fan of how do you call them? Dancing games. Like, do you know Dance Dance Revolution? Oh, actually, if I look up an image, you will probably understand what I mean. These things. I think stupid Bing. Yeah, I think you have seen these things before. So like they are dance machines, and I love playing on them. But again, they are almost non-existent in the UK, and I hate that. So like it's just like in terms of like my interest, it is very difficult for me to get into anything. That's why I just don't like the UK. Well, to be fair, I used a fan when sleeping. Air conditioner was a bit too cold. Yeah. Play Elden Ring with it. What do you mean? Well, I think there might be one or two out. Actually, no, I don't think there will be Elden Ring music on Dance Dance Revolution. Maybe some other rhythm games, but I don't think Dance Dance Revolution would have it. Yeah, I'm actually not a fan of video games. Like, I actually never played Elden Ring. I have my first console of my life 2 years ago, where I bought a Switch, a Nintendo Switch. I bought a Nintendo Switch with only £120, with 4 games included, because the guy who sold it to me almost went bankrupt, so he was looking for money desperately. I felt really bad for him, but like fortunately he did tell me that it got better at the end. But yeah, so that was the first time that I actually owned a video game console, and I bought it because I wanted to play Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And then in terms of computer, the only game that I actually play is Minecraft. And just a shameless plug-in here, I have Minecraft streams every Sunday 7 p.m. GMT. So if you're interested, feel free to check it out. It's kind of partially about Battle Spirits, because like me and my friends open a server just to build Nessus cards in it. And there's nothing from Saga yet, just because like technically, you know, kind of Nessus cards in Saga also came from the Japanese games, but like, you know, we mainly build Nessus cards from the Japanese game instead of from Saga. Someone used a dancing pad to beat Elden Ring with it. Oh, seriously? Oh my god, I have to look it up later. I'm not gonna do it now, but like, I'll look it up later. And there was a girl streamer which she beat the game with a dance pad. Jesus Christ. I do play Minecraft, but only modded. Yeah, it's like I kind of went out of that phase. Yeah, so I went out of that phase. Sorry, I'm not very good at speaking. Uh, right now I am a vanilla player. Um, it just feels simpler, you know. Like I understand like the fun of mods. I do because I used to play modern Minecraft as well. But like right now, you know, this is gonna get a little bit philosophical, but you know, when everything in your life is just like getting messy, you know, just like a lot of things going on, you know, you don't really want to think too much when you're playing like a game. And then sometimes with modern Minecraft, like there are so many more things that you had to remember just because, oh my god, so these are some new blocks. You know, how do I craft them? You know, I need to beat this new boss that's like never existed in the vanilla game. So I need to think about how to do that and everything like that. And I am not too much of a fan of that, at least right now. So like, I'm just sticking to vanilla Minecraft right now. As I said, building some nests with my friends. That's kind of what we're doing. Trying to think how to continue here. Hmm. Laser? Hmm. It was really funny. Like I haven't even finished chapter 2 yet, but like obviously I had to start thinking about chapter 3 already. And then there I originally had some plans on what how I wanted to write chapter 3, but then like just the kind of the usual thing. I kind of walk in the shower, and then like I was thinking about it. Like I actually really like thinking in the shower. I don't know if you guys do that, but like I think like when showering is like the best time to think. And I was like, actually, if I change the plot a little bit here, maybe it'll be better, things like that. I don't know, just some random thoughts. But like, yeah, I just really like thinking in the shower. I think it works really well. Um, Probably one of the reasons why people think underwater for. It kind of feels similar, don't you think? It's like, you're kind of standing under the shower head. It's like standing under a waterfall. Oh my god, I am not going to read your comment out. Bro. Oh, Jesus Christ. Funny. Oh my god. Oh my god, what kind of viewers have I attracted? I mean, to be fair, I am pretty dirty-minded myself, but I do have some decencies, I would say. Maybe a year ago thing. I I have not experienced that before, so I cannot comment on that. I mean, I kinda wish I have experience on it, but life doesn't go that smoothly. Oh yeah, here's well, apparently Google Docs said I was wrong, but like here is an English lesson. So lie and lay. I don't know if you ever wonder about that before, but I certainly do since I do writing quite a lot. Uh, they are some very interesting words. So you better observe it. Nah. No. Why? Nah, I'm not gonna use you then. But yeah, so like lie and lay, they are some very similar. They have some very similar meanings, and often people get confused which words to use. But like well, basically to put it in the simplest way, to lie, uh, yeah, it says it here means to be in the flat position on the surface. Uh, and then lay is to put something down in a flat position. So it's kind of it feels like kind of like an active verb and like a passive verb. I don't know if that makes sense. But like basically usually you use lie on something that's like moving by itself, like something that generates its own movement. Most of the time maybe yourself. So I would lie down on my bed. But lay is for when you're moving something else. So for example, I would lay my baby onto his bed, because I am putting another thing, well, in this case, another human, uh, onto a flat surface. And in that case, I would use the word lay. But if I'm only talking about myself, or just talking about something that's moving on its own, then we use the word lie. So that's something you can remember. Hmm. Right. I certainly don't know how to continue here. Right, you will not see me moving for quite a bit, but that's just because I'm gonna be thinking for a bit. Does affect the whole podcast? Sorry, I don't understand what you mean here. Hawk tour. Is that supposed to be some kind of joke? Because I don't get it. My brain is running really slowly today. What does it mean? The what tour? What did you just make me Google? Jesus Christ! Oh my god! I am closing that. Like an offense before GTA 6. Yeah, I don't understand the meme. It was just Chris trying to use the Hawk Tour meme, sorry, the Hawk Tour meme. I didn't know what it means, so I searched it up, and then it was not very safe for streams. That's all I would say. Oh my god, I don't even know how I can respond to you. I mean, oh my god. It's just making me think about things right now. I do not like it. Why would you do this? Okay, look, I admit I'm not an innocent person. I do write smuts, but not in here, okay? If you want me to write smuts, I can do it another time, but not on this current page. No. Serpent's arm is spitting venomous venoms on the dragon eyes. Bro, what? Oh my god, guys, have you read the flavor text for the Dino Man Tyrannoid? I actually, you know what? I'm gonna look it up for you right now. Stop it. Some among the dragonoids and pterosaurs could not resist the appeal of forbidden love and had children together. Oh well. Clapping indeed. Clapping. They do be clapping. The more you know. I just find it really interesting like how they decide to put it in there. Because like that's not even the original flavor text of Dino Man. Which is like which I find it really funny. Like I don't know why they decided like that was an interest. That was, I mean, to be fair, it was funny. It was funny. I'll give them that. But like the original one is much more serious about it. I actually quite like this flavor text. When others when others address you as brave hero, they do so out of proper respect. Call yourself as such, and it's the end for you. I actually really like this flavor text. It's like it has some meanings in it, you know. Mm. And it also has another version. But like I this one I don't think you would understand because like you wouldn't read the Japanese law. But while it can also be said that they asked for it, being betrayed by their allies and got absorbed by the dark pyroxenes, this ending is way too sad. Basically, the pterosaurs were like allies with some of the anime enemy armies, and but like at the end, for the sake of greater power, they got absorbed, well, into oblivious, and then yeah, that's kind of how they died. Like practically the whole pterosaur army just got wiped like that. Yeah. Uh, Hey, the Pokemon games can say humans and Pokemon married each other in the past. Interspecies snoo between two different kinds of lizard sounds the last degenerate thing in the world. Okay, look. I mean, okay, most likely they would do things, but just on the surface of words, marrying to each other does not mean the rest. Okay? But I get what you mean. Yes, I suppose two lizards doing things are not the worst things in the world. It's canon? Yeah, it is canon. Yeah, it's believe it's from Pokemon Emerald or Pokemon Platinum. It's like it was either from Generation 3 or Generation 4, but like yeah, they do say like in ancient times, humans and Pokemon can marry each other. Yet. Yeah, to be fair, some of the Pokemon laws are also pretty wild. I mean to be fair, I do not know a lot of them. I am not really that into Pokemon, or just like more recently that start to really get into it. So I mean, I do like have an interest in Pokemon since like 6 years old, but like I never actually like got into it really deeply until recently. In Magic MTG, they do ban cards in Commando. Uh, is that supposed to be a question, or you're just giving me like a random fact? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it is. I think even the Commander format is like a pretty big format right now. So there bound to be some broken cards in there. Random facts. Okay then. Hmm. Yeah, I think a lot of people are still like waiting for an update on the ban list in Battlesphere Saga. I mean, it does feel like they're not announcing anytime soon because with like kind of the regular everyday post that you get on Twitter and Facebook, they just started the teaser for Set 6, and I don't think they're gonna break the pattern by announcing something else. So most likely, if there's anything coming, it'll be on not Monday, sorry, on Friday, along with like kind of the regular Friday updates post. Like how on Twitter they will say like, "Hey, these few pages are updated now." They do that every Friday, and it will probably be announced then if there's something about it. But I really doubt. I really doubt. Sadly, yes. I wonder how they treat One Piece TCG. I honestly don't know. Um. Silhouette is another word that I can always never remember how to spell it. Like I always rely on like just like Google Docs just like auto correcting for me. And then so like I just could never remember how to spell that. Oh yeah, do you know that this Friday Bandai is apparently gonna announce another English TCG or something like that? Like they're just like being ridiculous now. It's like why so many TCG? Can they even like they don't even seem to be able to manage that many TCG at the same time, but like they just do it, I guess. I don't I It can't be Union Arena, but like I don't think it will be. It does say it's a new TCG. So like I feel like it's not Union Arena. Like if it's Union Arena, it probably would have been announced on like the YouTube channel or Union Arena instead of like I remember it's like literally being on like a completely new channel or something like that. Um, so I don't know. It was like a new Twitter account or something like that. Like if so like I feel that if it's something about Union Arena, it will be announced on like their accounts instead of like being something else that like you cannot get any hints from it. So like I feel like it's gonna be something completely new. Yeah, it's on a new Twitter account. New TCG project English version. Yeah, the people are not happy under the Twitter post for the supposedly new TCG project. Um, that they're mentioning. Less bad. Uh, Eva. I wow. Damn, I really don't know. If it's Eva or Gundam, I would say Gundam. Cause like I really don't know how they can make a standalone TCG with Eva. Like you look at Battlespin Saga, or like even the Japanese game. You know, when they do the Eva collaboration, they already have to repeat a lot of the Eva cards and just like give them really random names. You know, like Eva H Gamma Armor Containment. You know, Eva 8, Eva 2 Alpha, something like that. Like was it Anchor whatever. You get what I mean. Like, so I don't think it's gonna be Eva. Like, it feels like they're gonna run out of idea really soon with Evangelion. So like, Gundam is way more likely if it's like between those two. People are saying that like they hope for Naruto TCG. Like honestly, I don't know too much about that. Yeah, but like, okay, I never watched Dragon Balls, but at least they have like multiple seasons, you know, to get some materials from. Like Evangelion, it literally only has one original series, one original movies, and 4 new movies. That's it. That's way less than what Dragon Ball has. Like even if Dragon Ball has like 100 Gokus and 100 Vegetas. Like sorry if I butchered that name. Like at the very least they have like you know, at least they have multiple forms. You know, that's something they can work on. You cannot do that with Evangelion. Like okay, like have you seen the longest name of Battle Spirit card? I'll show you right now. Like it's the longest in Japanese and in English. Well, granted the English is our own translation, but I'll get it up for you. Nope, sorry, not this one, wrong one. There we go. This is the longest card name in Battle Spirits. Look at how ridiculous it is. Yeah, exactly. What the fuck? Like, if you look at the card itself, it's literally 2 whole lines on the card. That's kind of like the points they have to get to when they make the Evangelion cards. So, I honestly do not think Evangelion is gonna be another card game, okay? They cannot make that many cards. I can tell you that much. They simply cannot just because of the names. Like just because of like kind of any differences they can even make out of these cards. So yeah, but hey, it's I suppose a really cool tongue twister that you can do. You know, like one of the kind of like staff members on the YouTube channel, like the Battlespace YouTube channel, they were using this deck and then they literally tried to pronounce, like they were being funny and they tried to say the whole name out. It was really funny. Actually, you know what? Let me try to do that right now. Evangelion 초격흑研究관 바이오 요토쿠슈 소비 주이카 간호가타 가이하치고기 가마 료우데 산테이테키 호교시요 야마토作戦. I almost started. But yeah, it is pretty crazy. And like, unfortunately, like with Battlespeed Saga, they kind of like missing the space to do these funny names. So like, I feel really sad now. Like, if you don't say it right, the judge kicks you out. Yes, that would be so funny. I love it. Like, yeah, like well, I mean, you've seen it in Saga. Like even the magic cards like have really funny names, and like it's actually the same over in the Japanese side. Especially with the Evangelion. Um, like look at this. I know that already. This is the last one. Now the promised time has come, Ikari Shinji-kun. This time I'll definitely make you happy. And then you got something like this. You won't die because I'll protect you. Look at this rave. Ayanami Lei feeling warm. Like, look, remember, this is just translation. This is literally what it says in Japanese. Ayanami Lei feeling warm. So it's like you're asking me, can they make any variants of cards in Evangelion? I can tell you they cannot. They really cannot. Uh, uh, like just don't get on an Eva, please. From now on, you do nothing. That's why young men are problematic. What I want was just someone stroking my head. Look at this one. This is a magic card. I can't believe me, the first apostle, has fallen to become the number 13 apostle. Oh my god. Yeah, it's actually insane. See ya, Chris. Thanks for coming. Right. So, almost 3 hours, 2 pages. I would say is not a very bad progress for me, especially since I also been like chatting like along the way. So I think I will end it here, and I would prefer to also do something else right now. So right. Thank you guys for coming, for listening to the end if you are, or even just like for joining my stream, just having a peek at what's going on. Uh, I might do another stream on Thursday, depending on my schedule. Uh, well, probably will. So, if you're interested to hang around again, remember to. Well, I'm just gonna say the usual thing. Remember to subscribe. Click on the notification bell so you know that when I'm setting up another stream and everything like that. And then also again, even if you're not interested in the writing stream, I also have a Minecraft stream every Sunday where I will build Nessus cards from Battle Spirits in a server which my friend and I share. Um, so yeah, that's kind of everything from me today. I also have another video coming soon. Hopefully I'll get it out by the end of this week. So do keep an eye on it. Obviously, it's going to be Battle Spirits Saga related, so I will share it in all the Saga servers that I'm in, and also like the global Battle Spirits Saga community on Facebook as well. So yes, also keep an eye on that one. I feel that you would really need that video. It's supposed to be informative. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. I'll just leave it here, and then I'll see